In order to take a design from IDS and export it as a file for your machine, what we have to do is go through the export function. The export function is through a icon on our standard toolbar. It looks like a little piece of paper going to a disk. Right next to it there's a drop down arrow. With the drop down arrow you can left click on it and you do get some different options. We usually go between export 1 and export 2. Export 1, if we left click on export 1, you'll notice that a dialog box does come up and it's called export design. Here we can choose the specific file format that we do want. Doesn't matter which file format, well actually it does, depending upon what machine that you have that you want to run it on. Usually with the more industrial type machines, we will use the Tajima DST format. This format can be read on all industrial machines as well as some of the home machines. On the right hand side we have 4 boxes. This is our design location. The first one is going to decide what drive we want to put it in. So in here I do have the C drive or the D drive. My D drive is my CD drive. I do not want to put it on my CD drive. I want to put it on the C drive. When I left click on that, down below it'll show us what directory we have open, and you can see I have my C open, then my users folder, then NWD folder, then the desktop, and then the Lorex folder. If I want to choose a different folder within my C drive, I just double click on C. I scroll down and choose the file folder that I want to put it on. For example, I'm going to put it on my desktop. I'll open up users, and then I'll open up the name of my computer, which I call my computer MWD. Then I'll use desktop. On desktop, with that open, down below, the third box down will show me what files I have already stored on there. These are all the different DST files I have on there. And the fourth box down will show me the name of the design. If the design is already named, up in the left hand corner you can see that in the IDS, it will name it as the same one. If I'd like to rename it something different, I can go ahead and highlight it and just type in what I would like to call it. Once I hit the export button, it will export then to my desktop. The other type of export is export to. Export to mainly has to do with DST files and Juki files. This also is important for people who are using Sequence for Sequence machines and Sequence design. Right here we have the Save As document open. We can save it in, and again I just want to choose my desktop. This is more familiar with other like Windows functions. And you can also save regular DSTs. It doesn't have to be Sequence design. You can save regular DSTs in this way too. And here I just want to name it It Works, but I want to name it something different because I already have the It Works in DST. Let's say It Works, and then I'll name it Export to. I'll hit save, and now if I look on my desktop, which I'll go to my computer, and I'll look on my desktop, and in here, if I scroll up, I have the 2 DSTs that I just exported. Those are both on my desktop, and if I need to put it on a different drive, I can certainly do that in the export function, or I can just write it from the desktop to my drive for my machine. So those are the 2 different ways to export our designs. In addition, you do have the import function, and it works exactly opposite. So if I wanted to import a design, I just started a new design, I have import 1 or import 2. I'll choose import 1. If I want to use a file rather than DST, I can always choose the different file formats. Most of my designs are DST because they are for the industrial machine. On the right hand side, again, you have the 4 boxes, the design location. Here I have the C drive open, and then if I look at my folders, what are open, the desktop is open. This is what's on the desktop. Let's take the It Works, and we'll go ahead and import it, and you can see there's my imported design. Same thing with export to. So if import to. If I choose import to, it looks the same as export, except here it says open. It mainly has to do with DST files or Juki files. We'll scroll over and I'm going to choose It Works. I'll open that up and there it is. So that's how the import and export functions work. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at techsupport, TECHSUPPORT, at prodigy, PRODIGIEMB.com. Thanks a lot.